Hello, I'm Bradley and welcome to my channel. Happy December. It is the most magical time of the year, but my friends, it doesn't have to be perfect to be special. So it's Monday, and what a weekend it has been. So I gave myself I requested the Friday off, so I had a longer weekend. I knew that there was going to be Christmas preparations to do, and just the last finishing touches of the decorations in the family home, something I absolutely love and adore, and my parents entrust me with that responsibility, and it is a responsibility in our family home because it's just so magical, and I'm very, very privileged to have grown up in a house with lots of space for lots of decorations in garlands and things. And this year, in our conservatory, we have a real Christmas tree. Now, we've had real Christmas trees in the past, but we always usually go for one in a pot, probably around about 4 or 5 foot in the dining room, and then we have the main tree, which is about 7.5 foot in the lounge. Well, this year, because my parents have got a new conservatory, we have gone for an 8 foot tree and the 7.5 in the lounge. So my parents always changed the scheme. Okay, when I say scheme, so sort of winter, sort of wonderland, come candy cane, that type of theme this year. So really very with lights, garlands, imagine it. And in my mind, I always go for Hallmark Christmas films, and I base it off of that. So, and it's something which takes a long time to put together, and the preparations for it takes a little while. But do you know what, my friend? It doesn't have to be perfect. And and do you know what? In months to come, not quite yet, we will look back at this, and it will be a bit of a memory to laugh and giggle about. So the new Christmas tree was I went and got that with my brother about a couple of days ago. So it's Monday, we got it Thursday. Absolutely beautiful. My mum and I went out for lunch on Friday and to do some Christmas shopping as well. And my father put it up in its new stand and everything. Well, strangely enough, it had been starting to lose its pins quite a lot. Now, unfortunately, whilst the new tree was being installed, the tree slipped, and the tree for storage, until it was put up, was put in the utility room. It slipped, and it made a dent into a new freezer. That was great fun. And then, ever since, if you've touched it, brushed it, anything at all, I mean, putting the decorations on there, it is just shedding pins, shedding pins, shedding pins. And do you know what? It's been such a worry. It's been quite stressful actually over the weekend with getting preparations and things done, and then looking at the tree. It looks amazing, a real stunning tree, and it's got the most amazing balsam smell, which I always envision at Christmas on a real tree. Now, a little bit of history. I've always got my nan, who I lost back in May of 21. I always got my nan a real Christmas tree, always. My nan had Alzheimer's dementia, and myself and my mum would look after her, and we would visit all the time. And in the changing of the seasons, I would always. My nan was very blessed in that she had like an apartment room in where she was being looked after, and we always visited and made sure she was okay, and kept my nan as my nan. She is always and will always be my nan, no matter what she faced, and she's always with me. She's always with me. And I'd always get her a real Christmas tree. And I know by the end of the season it would start to drop pins, but not at the start of the season when you've positioned it in your room of choice of where the tree's going to stand all of glory for the Christmas period. And anyway, over the weekend this has been getting worse and worse and worse, and I noticed this afternoon that it's lost its magical deep green colour in a few areas. So I called the company, okay, where we got the tree from, Christmas Tree Farm, okay, really nice, quite not far from us, and garden centres. So called them, and they were absolutely amazing on the phone. But what annoyed me a little bit was almost that it was expected on the phone. And straight away, the chap who I spoke to on the phone said, yeah, absolutely, bring it on in, not a problem, and we'll change it for you. Or in essence, actually leave it out the front, we'll come and collect it for you, and come up, take some pictures, take a cutting of the tree, and we'll get it changed for you. But it was just, when you get that feeling in someone's tone of voice that actually it was almost expected. So whether or not something's gone on, I don't know at where we've got the tree from this year. But I actually thought about it, and I've had a few laughs and nearly close to a few tears with my parents about it and my brothers. And my niece seen it on Friday, and she absolutely loved it. And as I was decorating it, you put the Christmas music on, and with a glass of wine, you enjoy putting that up, don't you? And it's really, really lovely, and you have a laugh and a giggle, and the Christmas magic you start to feel. And because we put the one up in the lounge up first, and then a couple of days later, the fresh one, we thought we'd give it a little bit more time, being it was a fresh tree. And yeah, it's gone all pear-shaped. So this gave me a bit more of a wider sort of thought that actually, do you know what? I wanted to capture this on my channel, not just the tree, it's the message behind the tree. That actually, do you know what? And it's like at Christmases now, I don't know if your family is anything like mine, it's not Christmas, so there's a bit of a crossword or a bit of a disagreement over something. And usually it's because tensions may be running high because you want the season to be perfect, or you want the day to run perfect, or maybe a particular meal, or perhaps you've got relatives coming. We've all been there, haven't we? We're all in that situation at some times over the holiday season. And honestly, I think the only thing what's gone right this weekend is me going to work this morning. And yeah, and that was great, thankfully. And I just thought, actually, I wanted to capture this on my channel, that, you know what, over the Christmas holidays, that actually, it doesn't have to be perfect. And sometimes when we strive for it to be perfect, and we stress ourselves out so much for it to be perfect, you know what, sometimes it's the little tiny things which don't quite make it to perfection, or the spontaneity in things which we do. Like all of a sudden, perhaps you may go off and do something with friends, perhaps you may do something of an evening with family, perhaps somebody may come around. That sort of spontaneity of it just makes it all the more special, doesn't it? And sometimes if it's not perfect, or it's not planned, it's just as special, and if not more. And in a way, what you were striving for perfection, that actually wasn't perfection. But yet what you achieve was, but yet with all its flaws. And actually, when you think about it, they're not flaws. All of those small little snippets and things going wrong, and you end up laughing over the most silliest thing when it's not gone quite right. Now, currently downstairs, in the conservatory, all set for Christmas, we have an 8-foot Christmas tree, which is leaning over because it's just slipped with me trying to take the glass ornaments off for it to be changed. We cannot get it back up straight, but it's going to be changed. But all I could do was just laugh. And honestly, my brother and sister-in-law had just come back, I can't remember the name of the city, Krakow in Poland, where they had been for like their Christmas break. And I'd just come off the phone to them, I was speaking to them, I was telling them all about it. And you know what, I was really quite stressed telling them about it. And then when I put the phone down, I just looked and thought to myself, honestly, and I just chuckled to myself. I'm not quite there yet to laugh about it, but it's the things which, it not being perfect, just makes it all the more special. And I think that's just a beautiful message at Christmas, isn't it? That's something which I hope anybody who watches this can relate, that actually this Christmas season, that actually if it's not perfect, or don't burn yourself out come Christmas trying to make something perfect, because sometimes with it not being perfect just makes it so all the more special. And at the end of the day, it's not what gifts you share, it's not the decorations or the tree, but it's who you spend Christmas with. It's who you spend this incredible holiday with. The people are the magic. The essence of it all are the love and the treasured, cherished moments and memories which are made, past and the ones now, and hopefully in the present as well, with everyone being healthy and well. That's what Christmas is. And if it's not perfect, it still is special, my friend. So on that note, I hope that you've enjoyed this clip. I'm trying to really just capture the essence of Christmas in so many different viewpoints. So I know that we've talked about looking after ourselves throughout the Christmas period as well, so we can keep in good shape to be able to love and support everybody else this holiday. Also to extend ourselves and to spread good cheer and kindness and goodwill to people as well. And also just welcoming to the happy December, which hopefully I hope that everybody's enjoying an amazing December. And there'll be a few other different sort of different perspectives I'm trying to capture this December and this magical period as well. So on that note, I really do hope that you've enjoyed my December clip so far. We are going to be talking about a few more different topics and one thing and another coming up. But on that note, just remember, my friends, that when you have a day and it hasn't gone quite right and it's in December, just remember, my friend, that it doesn't have to be perfect for it to be special. And it certainly doesn't have to be perfect for it to be an incredible memory which you'll look back on and love and cherish. You'll just think of the people who you've spent it with, not necessarily how the house is done up in decorations or the gifts you've received. Yes, that's all magical to have, but when you look back at the treasured memories, it's who you've spent them with. So on that note, God bless and take care. And lastly, just remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's still all so special. God bless. And I look forward to you joining me real soon. Bye now.